Did he buy a tiny electric car, a VW hippie bus, or did he just install an app to hourly rent one of those scooters that people leave in the gutter? Thanks, Denlesks. Unwar the sucker person who purchased Hawk's car, constantly crashing due to the steering wheel being coated with vape oil and Hot Pockets grease. We actually never heard the end of that story. I don't mean the end of it like I keep hearing it. I mean, we never heard how that story ended. I never heard the end of that story. All right, Hawk, really quickly. We might as well get to the very end of this. So $1,600 to make this car right, and the car's worth what?
Well, I found out over the weekend when I took it to Hyundai and traded it in. And they offered me $250 for it. And
you are an idiot, Hawk.
I was in the middle of a lease on a new Santa Fe, and I said, "You tell your sales manager I'm taking nothing less than $1,000
for your car."
For my car.
That they offer you $250 for.
Well, yeah, and the sales lady said, "If I can make that happen,
would you do it?" Right.
And I said,
a great closing question.
Yes.
I love it.
And she
I
closed.
love her.
And I said, "Hell yes!" And she came back immediately and said, "We'll give you $1,000 for the car."
Hawk.
It was great.
Hawk.
It was the best.
That might have been the finest moment of your whole life.
My whole life.
I'm shocked.
Strutting around the showroom. And
no wonder you brought me that email. You couldn't wait to get on and tell that story.
My wife says, "I really hope they don't notice that the registration is 18 months out of date on the back of it." And they never did. They just took the car. They didn't even drive it. They just took it. They don't know that the windows don't roll down. They don't know that the radio turns up when you turn it down. They don't know anything. They just took the car.
They obviously don't give a damn.
Probably not. And the finance guy told me it's going straight to auction.
I was just going to say, that's why they don't care. That's why they don't care. It's going straight to auction.
So someone tweeted at me, government 1, Hawk 0. I'd like to say that was a draw because I never paid for the registration. I never paid for new tabs, and I'm in a new car, and my car is gone for $1,000. So it's not a draw. It's a win for me.
So you got a new car. You didn't even go used car.
2019.
Because you were feeling so damn good about yourself that you got that grand.
Oh, yeah. I'm full blown dad mode in this Santa Fe. I'm sitting up. I can see over people. The windows roll down, which is fantastic. The radio works. It's unbelievable what.
Are the windows electric or do they have a crank?
Ding. They have.
There you go.
They're power windows.
Okay.
It's great.
Wow, dude, you are living large.
Absolutely.
Brand new.
Yeah.
Brand new.
Alvin just got a Hyundai too, so we're actually going to get Hyundai hats, like Porsche guys and Tesla guys who wear hats of their cars. So look for that on a Casual Friday. We're going to be wearing our Hyundai hats soon, and Alvin named our group Hyundads, dads that drive Hyundais.
You know, Hawk, I never ever thought that I would utter this phrase on this show, but Hawk, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
They offered you $250, and you said you go to your sales manager and say, "I'm not taking a penny under a GER." I don't know what I like better. Did you have the stones to say that, driving the piece of crap that you drove, or that she said, "If I could do that, do we have a deal?" A great closing question. I'm proud of her, too. And then you got the deal done. Did she say, "Can I offer you a cigarette, something to drink?"
I would have taken a
You
cigarette.
would have, Hawk. You would have been like, "Yeah, I'll have a glass of scotch."
I would have smoked right then and there in the dealership.
If you would have asked for it, you could have gotten it. You just got to ask, Hawk.
I know.
By the way, you got a cigarette? You got a glass of scotch?
I'm going to burn a stogie and a scotch over the weekend. Yeah.
Over that new Hyundai that you bought and that grand that you got for your car. Wow, Hawk, you definitely turned a negative into a somewhat positive. That was one of your greatest escapes ever. I don't want to put this on you, Hawk, but I'm here to tell you it'll never get better than that. The abuse that you took for that car and your decisions prior to, that you turn that negative into a positive, you turn that loss into a win, that's as good as your life's going to be, Hawk. Understand that. I'd milk that if I were you.
Means a lot coming from you. Thank you, Jim.
At Hitman Canadian, it means a lot. That was not a compliment, Hawk, what I just said to you, but go ahead and do what you want with it.
Thank you!
Warhawk spending that $1,000 on a new cat tattoo. Then again, before I give you too much credit, I don't know what kind of deal you did for that car that you bought. All right? You go lease. You buy that. You go lease. How many months? 36. How many miles? How many miles per year? Okay, you live pretty close. Assuming I don't fire your ass, you'll be fine. If I fire you and you have to start commuting, you'll exceed that mileage in 6 months, Hawk. Wore the great Hawkdini, taught in Oklahoma. And some of you have come through saying, "Hey, Rome, come on. Wake up. Stop giving Hawk credit. He didn't work himself a deal. The subject of this email is Hawk is a mark. Take it from an experienced car salesman. Dear Snag, I would have given back $1,500 for his piece of crap because I just added it to the financing and the price of the vehicle. We never lose at the car dealership. Dylan in LA. That's awesome. That is really funny. Quote, we never lose at the car dealership. Hey, Hawk, pick that up real quick. Maybe I was too quick to give you credit. Maybe I'm a mark too. Now, wait a minute. Don't you have a background in that sort of thing?
Yeah, I used to sell cars for Toyota.
Okay. For how long?
I wasn't that good at it, like 8 months.
I was going to say, were you better at that job than you are this job?
No. I was 19 when I did it. A lot of people don't want to spend that kind of money with a 19-year-old, you know? So.
Well, especially one who looks and acts like you.
Right, exactly.
I mean, like right now you're like 40, right?
Yeah, 31 going on 40, yeah.
Anyway, okay. So is it possible, if you were there 8 months, you probably learned how the game was played. Is it not possible that $1,000 that you were running around high-fiving yourself for, they didn't just build that right back into the price?
Yeah, they probably did. That's how you do things at car dealerships, but I don't care because I felt like I got rid of the car for $1,000. That's a win for me. The best part of the new car is not having the old car anymore.
Yeah, but if they took that $1,000 and they put it in the price of the new car, you did not get rid of that car for $1,000.
In my mind,
did you?
In my mind, I did. I don't know what happened. Car dealerships, they're like any business. They make a profit. They're entitled to make that profit. I don't begrudge them for making that profit. I don't think they did too well on me, but they probably did fine. And
if that works for you, Hawk, just keep telling yourself that. Keep telling yourself that.
I will.
Keep telling yourself that. I'm sure you will. All right. Keep it up. Just park where the car should be. And pay your registration. And keep your smog. You make your smog check up to date, too. All right. So this guy says, we never lose. We never lose at the dealership. He's a mark. It was probably built right back in. I'm sure. When that sales rep said, if I can make that happen, do we have a deal? Hawk said, hell yes. Hell yes. And she probably went in the back room, talked to her manager, and by talking to her manager, just got the paperwork out and put an extra $1,000 into the financing. Hey, Rome, what Hawk does not realize is if he looked at the invoice, he overpaid $750 and technically still only got $250 for that car. Dan in Denver, RTN. He's not hearing it.